So, um, like I said, go ahead and give that to Tiffany. Um, it's recording now, so we can't say people's phone numbers or play any recordings that have people's social security numbers or phone numbers or anything in them. Um, let's see. I did make sure that I recorded the situation on both this telephone here, is this right? Yeah, this telephone here. As soon as you were saying that was wolnez, I think is actually when I started pulling it out of my pocket. But yeah, so it's got the recording with that. It's got the recording with Tiff there. It did record what he was saying over by the door, so that's good. Also, on the little device here, this always records better. So you could probably hear it clear as day on this one. I do have a Bluetooth speaker. I'm sorry it's chilly in here.
Oh no, I'll get cold.
All right. I made sure I kept the door open.
No, I wear layers. My dad says it's a lot easier to have and remove and not have and try to add because the heat's one thing, but the cold will kill you.
Yeah, that's what we tried to teach people in Colorado. Of course, couldn't send attachment. I have a lot of these issues where a particular device gets too full and then it won't let me send anything.
It's stupid.
Yeah, but I can show you a
Oh,
bunch
you know
of,
why? Because it makes a copy of it when you send it.
yeah, and it needs the amount of space
Yeah, it eats it
required
up.
to do that.
Most
So,
people don't know that it's doing that.
hmm?
Most people don't know that it's doing that, creating a subfolder of what you sent.
Well, I had to have a lot of people explain it to me like I'm a dummy because I'm a dummy. I mean, when it comes to computers, I am
Illiterate.
a yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. So I guess one of the things the cops keep telling me here is that um, I don't get to hear them yelling.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Those Mexican boys.
I'm not sure.
It smells like a dumb cunt out there.
I couldn't understand a word he said, but then again, I don't
I
speak
said it
bitch.
smells like, yeah, it smells like dumb cunt.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So one of the things is when Natalie friends and her family were getting a hold of me and fucking assaulting me, the situation was that they were just going to keep on fucking with me until I reacted. They were going to keep on assaulting me when I went to see my friends in Boulder. They were going to keep on getting a hold of me over the internet, and they were just going to keep on making fake account after fake account to harass me. In this phone, I do have a whole bunch of screenshots that include proof of the fake accounts in a name that's apparently not even his mom. They just um, remix my photo. No, I don't want to remix my photos. That's fucking stupid. I did make a video earlier that I posted up to about some of my predators. Andrew Wolnez. This is some of the stuff I was showing you. He's still posting and using Natalie Bollinger by name as his excuse. He's still violating the protection order. Am I wrong about that?
No.
All right. I did dig out. Um, so my attorneys just kept on going on vacation during really important stuff. The paper right on top here, and I'll make sure I show it too because I can show the whole thing. It literally has my address as the jail as the address. So I'll make sure I can see it and line it up properly. Um, yeah, of course, it says Sean David Schwartz. This is from my public pretender who said that this wasn't his job, also. He told me that he would have his phone on in case of emergencies, and then it literally ignored me for like 2 weeks, 10 days, something like that. It says, this is regarding Wolnez's plea offer. Mr. Schwartz, Andrew Wolnez was offered 12 months of monitored probation for violating the stalking order Please let me know if you want to make a statement. If he is sentenced, thank you. Regards, Herschel Brown, attorney at law. So this is one of my public pretenders. And then, of course, I couldn't get a hold of him. There was literally no way to get a hold of him because the first thing he did after becoming my attorney is go on vacation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you remember I was telling you the vacation thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Also,
level of incompetency is absolutely staggering.
our phone calls were monitored by Deputy Enoch and Deputy Moody. So it was recorded because they wouldn't allow me to make a lawyer call. And then Deputy Enoch wanted to come back and bully me later and claimed that I had already said certain things to my attorney. And there's also the fact that that call with him, what I was trying to explain to my attorney is that these people are trying to pretend that I'm schizophrenic and delusional. And from that
Yeah,
point on,
Andrew said that too. He tried to say that you were schizophrenic.
yeah, so he came over
I was like,
to.
so you're our psychologist?
When did you talk to him?
Like 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago?
Mm-hmm. Just
Oh
right
my
before I
God.
got up here.
That is definitely not
He came up to
okay.
me at Safeway.
That's the thing. He's not allowed to. He's not allowed to do that. That's third-party contact, and it's not okay for you to talk to him about that either. That's third-party contact.
And what I said to him was, what I'm doing is none of your business. You might be one of my friends, but the way you're acting right now is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't want to be a part of the way you're acting. Grow the fuck up.
I don't want you getting in trouble, and
That's true. That's how I feel about it. Grow the fuck up. I don't like the way he's acting.
also, I'm sure you understand when I was telling you before that all these folks who, instead of offering to help, what they want to offer to do is the same shit that Wolnez is doing, and how I'm not about that. All right, so I've got a bunch of recordings with those people, and we'll listen to those individually. Some of them are actually on my YouTube already. For the most part, like, who the fuck wants to spend their life doing this? Who wants to be on YouTube because they never know when Wolnez or Stafford or the cops are going to pull this shit? And, with Gucci not being here, we don't have to worry about anything happening to Gucci. But at the same time, I wanted to discuss with you whether or not I don't feel it's safe to go to the police about it. We have to document it and turn it into these other agencies that I've been told that I need to turn it into, because every time I've gone to the police, it's been me being arrested. Now, with somebody there with me to turn it in, there's a possibility that they might try to intimidate both of us, and sometimes they don't let me walk away, like the situation with Mawson swinging the pipe at me. And so that's just a part of it. I was trying to find the protection order because I know you wanted to see the actual stipulations, and I was insisting on you seeing the actual stipulations while we were still filming earlier, because it's pretty important. Oh, I have my arrest record here, and although it's scribbled all over, we can go ahead and read through that. Most of the failure to appears are bullshit. I did scribble all over it because I had like 5 minutes before I had to talk to my attorney, so I didn't get to write it nicely. But you can read it. There isn't a single charge in there of any sort of child abuse. There is absolutely no charges whatsoever of any sort of harm against the child, any sort of sexual offense, anything like that. So that's my arrest record. I also have it noted on the side when it was the stuff that was before Natalie Bollinger versus the stuff after Natalie Bollinger. I also, like I said, recorded and saved all the paper evidence. While you're reading that, I'm going to be quiet and actually look for the fake profile of somebody pretending to be, claiming their name was Sandra. Uh, Sandra Wolnez, claiming it was his mother. I don't know his mother. I don't want to know her name either. Here's another one of the impersonator accounts. One of the ones impersonating me. Um, and he was typing on there, getting a hold of me on my channel about the situation, claiming he's the real Sean Schwartz and Donald Berner is right about me. Donald Berner is he's my longest lasting internet harasser so far. He makes Ted Berner accounts, Ted Turner accounts, Fred Berner, Fred Turner. He's also been in contact with Andrew Wolnez and also um, the situation with the lies that they're saying on the Safeway website. You can see Ted Berner's accounts actually attached to that. And here he kept on doing it. And of course, the Lenny jokes from Mice and Men, it says, and this one says, I'm Sean and me special, stuff like that. Um, just a whole bunch of them. I make sure that the people who are involved. You all right?
See, I just did.
What'd you do? Oh.
Duh.
My most sincere apologies, Officer Wilgus. Oh, sorry. Is that rude?
It was like, I want to try and see it. Make it look brighter so I can see it. I'm like,
Yeah, also, it shows why it wasn't sending it. I know what to look up now because I've had fucking. All right, so I spent a bunch of money because a bunch of drug addicts pretend like they're tech nerds. And then my money is all gone. And then some fucking random stranger fixes whatever it is that the drug addict ran off with my money over. Like when I was in Hood River, the person who actually ended up helping me to fix my Honda Civic was a 14-year-old boy whose mom didn't hardly speak, or 13-year-old boy whose mom didn't hardly speak any English. He had to translate for me and fix my car, and he was fixing my car for his mom, who told him that if he wants that kind of car when he turns 16 or 18 or whatever, that here's they make a bunch of different videos where they tag my account. In some of these, they're also tagging my account and Andrew Wolnez's YouTube account. So they're literally harassing myself and Andrew Wolnez. Yeah, isn't that funky? Like, there's literally almost all of Andrew Wolnez's website, with the exception of like a couple of videos right at the beginning, are entirely dedicated to me and to Natalie Bollinger and to trying to convince people that I'm a rapist and a pedophile and a murderer and that they should assist him in destroying my life and assist him in getting away with all of the crimes that he committed. And of course, there's the people who helped him to do these things, like fucking Eric at Safeway. And I really do try to like that guy, but he is a piece of work. Goddamn. Yep. They make videos where they pretend that they claim that I have telekinesis and that I'm stalking them through telekinesis.
oh.
There's also a Christian group. This guy makes videos pretending that the spirit of Natalie Bollinger has infested his body or some bullshit. All right, I grabbed that. That's just
Oh,
one
yeah.
screenshot, and it's
Yeah, I was
difficult
thinking
to
about.
see
I was
with your
spacing out,
glasses.
thinking about something.
Yeah, the funky pictures. These guys are also. So here's some
And I was trying
more.
to figure out if that was Bo on his head or in the background.
These are more of them over and over and over again. Like they just wouldn't stop this shit. Um, this is Ixith 666. He's attached to a lot of those accounts. He's made at least 30 accounts to harass me, and I just keep blocking them. And we can actually go to his channel and you can check him out. He's typing Sean Schwartz 419 is still trying to create a portal into Tiny Glade to travel back in time to sleep with Natalie Bollinger
Oh
once
my
again.
god.
Yeah, and
And
these
he's
guys,
crazy.
dude, they're a bunch of people. They're doing the same exact thing Wolnez is doing.
Convoluted and delusional.
Yeah, they just keep doing this. So here's more of them. Sean Schwartz 419 is still trying to. It's more of them. They made one of those special filters to put a Christmas hat and a Christmas tree behind me. Back in the day when Sean Schwartz, and see, he's tagging my accounts, used to read the chat like this, I was stuck in some pretty shitty situations. Obviously, this is not optimal. I've been in a lot worse, a whole lot worse, obviously. Um, this one right here, this is one of the things they put up in the thing claiming that I was stalking Natalie. No, I was speaking up on my Facebook. I knew that her friends and her family were stalking my Facebook. I knew that the people that they were threatening to kill were the people that I was typing about. I also knew that they were very specifically through friends with Matty Boa or very specifically friends with Tim Beeston who kept on harassing me. You're getting tired, huh?
No, my eyes hurt.
That's true. You said that earlier. Let's see. That's not it. There's quite a few of these
Yeah, I'm
accounts, though.
photosensitive, right? So that's why I have tinting glasses. And my
Here's
old
here's
glasses,
the
I had to.
Donald Burner account. Um, these are connected through Ted Bollinger or one of Ted Bollinger's friends. Here's the one calling itself Schizo Enjoyer. And see, this is an explanation of the difference between brain scans for addiction and post traumatic stress disorder. Let's see.
PET scan.
Bunch more stuff from the Donald Burner account. Um, see, claiming that it's all a delusion and stuff on it. Um, Goddamn, where's the one that's. Sorry, there's a whole shit ton of these, so it's difficult to see. That shows that I was doing as YouTube says, which is to call the police and then delete these or block them from my channel, and I was doing that. Satuhu Osiris is he's attached to another account. It's Shapeshift or Shapeshift 13 and a bunch of them. There's about 6 of them all together. Him and the other set of accounts. One of them is a Benzo account. All of their names start with Benzo. One of them, all the names start with Shapeshift. Another one, they all start with the word Ixith. Let's see. Oh, come on now. All right. So there's only one of them, and I know that there's only one of them because I blocked that shit pretty quick. Oh, here's more proof that it's not just the stuff that I was showing you yesterday about all of the broken links that didn't work. Here's another broken link. The Tillamook County, Oregon. This one's for the who was it that God, what's his name? Mike Haynes.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Haynes was telling me to talk to this guy. Um, I'm still trying to find it. So I had to buy YouTube Premium to try to get something functional. Where is it? I'm sorry about all this.
Don't be sorry. Just don't do it again. No.
Yeah. So, I'm having to scroll through all this as people are asking for evidence. I'm sending it to them. You can see that it takes a lot of time just to scroll through this stuff. Imagine, having to scroll through this every time somebody wants something. And then with each and every one of those people, for all the stuff that they're asking for that I'm having to go through, it's just eating up so much time and so much space. Here's some more of the harassment accounts. This one's called Banned for Being Too Trill. Um, God, where is it? Here's some stuff on Joseph Lopez. Um, this is some stuff showing that they were just 2 weeks ago, 13 days ago, that it's not something that everybody just magically forgot about 10 years ago. It's a very real situation. Um, oh, is this the one? Let me see. Nope, it says Coke outside. I'm waiting for you. Come outside. Go outside. You should look up what a LOL cow is and avoid how people can target you that way. Um, there's a bunch of stuff on here like that. Let's see that brown starfish.
Yeah.
Mostly it's just trolling. But some of these folks, this guy calls himself King of Akron 666. Now, what are the chances that that's one of Ixith 666's profiles? He tends to put that at the end of all of them, or just two sixes. Um, so, these are not real big issues. These aren't people who are physically assaulting me in real life. These are people who are harassing me on the internet. But some of these are fake profiles. Um, that belong to people actually here in town. Of course, we got people like this person calling himself John Smith, typing "Go tend the rabbits." Uh, it's or telling this guy go tend the rabbits. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I have to deal with when trying to speak up publicly. I tried everything else that people told me to do, and none of it worked. I was told to go to the police. I went to the police. It didn't work. I was told to go to mental health. Mental health, it didn't work. I was told to go to my friends and family. Well, they were too busy telling me to go to mental health and the police. Mental health and the police were too busy telling me that I needed to go to my friends and family. And obviously, that's a fucked up situation. Sorry, like I was saying earlier, I'm trying to find the one specifically that is supposedly from. Oh, this one is another one. Um, let's see. Sandra Wolnez 7825. It says, "This is absolutely ludicrous. I've seen enough of my son's name getting ran through the mud. He didn't harass and stalk this deranged individual.
Yeah.
He sits with me all day and takes care of me. How could he stalk you every day? That's complete bogus. It's an impossibility. I will have to take some legal action for harassing and stalking my grandson Hunter Wolnez. My son was simply defending his child against this serial instigator who approached my grandson first. It's documented and proved all over your YouTube channels. What I see is a paranoid schizophrenic, period." Now, Sean, the one in the wheelchair, seems to believe that that's Andrew Wolnez trying to take a shot at him by using half of his ex-girlfriend's name, some crazy shit like that. I don't know his mom's real name, but I've been informed that Sandra is not it. Sorry, let me zoom it in big enough that it's easier to literally read the name. Does that say Sandra Wolnez?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, these guys aren't just making fake accounts in my name. They're not just making fake accounts pretending to be other people. They're making a lot of accounts. And of course, the cops pretend that that's a delusion. TFCC pretends that's a delusion. Obviously, you're able to see it with your own two eyes. Are these delusions?
No,
All right, good.
it
Want to
could
make
be.
sure. They could be.
Jared delusion.
If I'm a delusion, I might be your delusion.
You're
I
supposed
might
to be, according to physics.
Yeah, and also according to apparently what they keep trying to claim in court and trying to change they're trying to change my hospital paperwork so that instead of it saying that I'm autistic, it says that I'm schizophrenic and delusional. I'm like, that shit ain't gonna fly. And that's some of the stuff that I was hoping to go over tonight. However, with the wolnez thing, as far as turning this in, what do you think's the best way to do that? I mean, basically, you're acting in the place of a friend or family member,
Yeah,
and there's
I do
also
consider you as a friend.
your safety to consider. So,
I'm not worried about that.
I know.
I know how to take care of myself.
Am I incorrect, or were you explaining that you were taking your dog home just in case of something?
No, I took him home to feed him.
I heard that part too.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. He's my protector. His job is to protect me.
Yeah,
He's a guard dog first.
that's
But no, I'm not. No, I.
that's why I thought that you were taking him home.
No. I
In
took him
case
home
we
to feed
ended up
him.
talking to the cops.
Well, no, that's fine. No,
All right.
I don't have a problem with that. Talking to the cops.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that your dog might bite somebody or anything like
no,
that.
he most certainly will if he needs to. But it's like this: if he's attached to me and you get bit by him, it's gonna be your fault. Don't go near a dog that don't like you. They clearly show signs going through changes, But uh, I took him home to feed him, and
I like that he's
it
not
was
rude.
also that being here and it being dark. I don't know if when his dogs get out, I didn't want an altercation because they can't see.
Yes, sir.
By the time it gets too late, then an altercation will occur. Now I'm on that man's property. It'd be my fault something happened. So I removed that situation. That's why.
I figured it was something along those lines. I made a bad assumption.
No, I did say to protect him outside.
I must have heard you wrong, or there was traffic going by, and the wolnez situation and the stuff with Tiffany. So, and there was a lot of people there actually. Ended up being a lot of people that gathered up there. Most of those people are actually witnesses to the situation. I know that I showed you the screenshot of the stuff from Caitlin Thompson about the violation of the protection order.
Caitlin?
Yeah. I actually have the
on her. You want her?
She was there when Andrew Wolnez broke the protection order on more than one occasion. So she wrote a
deposition,
a written statement to give to the police. Of course, it's not like the police are actually going to take it. They tell me that person has to turn it in, which is what I told them too. But I was glad that they wrote it down because at least it's proof that it did happen, that there were people there. A lot of these folks are afraid to turn it in right away. They say that they'll tell what they know, but I have to get somebody else to turn it in with me before they'll do anything. They're afraid of being retaliated against by the police. They're afraid of being retaliated against by wolnez and his friends. Also, I can show you.
There's also another issue too on the street. There's a code of silence.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm also aware that there are certain situations where you step across that for the better good of everybody. This shit isn't
some
just
people
fucking
don't
up.
do that.
Yeah, and
they only step into it to better themselves and then back out of it when shit hits the fan.
Or as soon as they get the money.
Like, yeah, look at Tiffany.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. I'm still holding out hope. They were involved in. So first of all, Pun helped us stop the first round of physical assaults against me in this town. Him and you remember a really large feller named Scott?
Yeah.
He had a really fucked up big pickup.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So Scott and Pun were the two who asked nicely for these people to stop, and they did. And um, there's been multiple situations since then where they promised to help me to turn this in, promised to help me. The $40 that I gave them for food, that was freely given. They don't owe me for that. The $100 that I gave them to help me to do what you're helping me with, and the telephone is specifically so they can help me with this stuff. And the $20 an hour times 5 hours that I gave them, and I do have that recorded as well. Like I said, I record everywhere. Um, one of the things I'm going to play for you is the people that I've gone to for help. Um, just like I was showing you with Claire, how it, you can scroll through that all day. It's obvious that she never tried to help turn it in right away because otherwise it wouldn't roll on forever.
Tiffany will never turn anything
Hmm?
in. Tiffany won't ever do that.
Oh, I was talking about Claire.
Oh.
Tiffany said that she was gonna, and Pun said
You heard,
he was
okay,
willing
listen.
to.
You heard when you asked her, was that wolnez? You heard the apprehension?
Yes, I did, and I also heard her non-committal answer. She knew
Yeah.
exactly who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't. Because she knows that it's online, and he's gonna see it.
Well, that's
Because he told me that you were waiting for me here on YouTube.
yeah. So he was watching my YouTube.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So what I do is my business.
I got quite a few people who stalk me on my YouTube channel. It's not just Andrew Wolnez. It's also, well, Ted Bollinger and his friends, Tim Beeson and his friends, and then random people who get onto these Natalie Bollinger things and believe what they're being told, and then of course they want to join in on the party. It's stupid.
The problem with people is that they come to the situation with their opinion, and I'm not here for my opinion. I'm here to observe what is in front of me. Right?
Exactly.
Is that what you asked me to do?
Yes, sir. And to
you
be
haven't
honest,
asked
too,
my opinion.
Also,
because it doesn't matter.
And I'm pretty honest about the
I'm going to
fact
tell you
that
what I think.
I'm
think
an asshole
these
back
people
if it's necessary.
They need to go. They need to be
But-
dealt with. This bullshit.
So I usually make two different videos. I'll make one where I'm talking calmly and presenting myself well and hoping that somebody will watch those and care. But I also have to make the ones that are a reflection of the situation I'm in. Those are the angry videos, and those are the ones that people do care about. Those are the ones that people want to watch. They want to. People hear what they want to hear. Exactly, but it gets their attention to it. And it sucks that that's necessary, but I can't just go to cops to be treated like I'm schizophrenic and delusional over things that are absolutely true. The situation today, I was gonna try to actually download that to my YouTube channel. Obviously, not the part where we were eating because people's personal business and stuff, but the part with Wolnez breaking the protection order, and of course you saying that about Tiffany's hesitation. Like, yeah, I definitely noticed that. I also noticed that when Pun told me almost a month ago that he really needed $50 because it was going to be their first opportunity to see their son in years, and I gave him the money, and he promised me that he would help me to do this stuff, the stuff that you've been helping me with today.
Oh my God. Did he really come to you and tell you they need money to go see his kid?
Yep. They were supposed to be gone for 3 days. I saw her the next day out there with the
They will
sign.
never, ever, ever see their kid. Wow. Yeah, that kid got taken away because they were shooting up drugs in the fucking hospital right after delivery. And the kid got put up in DHS care. And then they were going through the jump loops, right?
Oh, you got to see the Sandra Wolnez
but she
account.
just chose to choose drugs over her kid, and they lost full custody.
The money that I gave them for labor, that wasn't freely given. That was given specifically for labor. I do have the recording with them and
They can
also
labor
the
anything.
agreement.
She barely walk around do anything.
Not that kind of labor.
I know. I'm
And
saying this time
it wasn't gonna be him. It was gonna be her.
she still only she only cares about drugs.
Well, that's one of the things about getting it recorded. I don't want to rely on people who are on drugs. I never did. It's just that the people who are sober, the people in houses, they make excuses to look the other way. When it happens to somebody on the streets, especially a male, they assume that person must deserve it. And if you use the word cunt because people are beating on you, well, then you're in the wrong because you called a woman a cunt. How dare you? Meanwhile, I'm not sexist. I use that word for men and women.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
Yeah, can't understand normal thinking.
I use the way the British use it as more of an insult, but
See you next Tuesday.
I have a assigned reasoning to it. If what you're saying or doing is getting innocent people harmed, injured, or killed, you're a cunt. Plain and simple.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, what?
No, not you. See, that's one of
Okay.
the things with vernacular. A lot
Yeah.
of people tell me stories and then they're saying you and they're talking about
The
somebody
euphemism.
else. They're trying to tell me what they were saying to that person at the time.
Yeah.
Not that I,
It's a
had done
euphemism.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to see the stuff showing that Joseph Michael Lopez is the one that killed Natalie. Oh, here's one of the other fake accounts that they made. Lenny Schwartz. Isn't that one cute?
What the hell? It's
Yeah.
an AI construction there.
Oh, you want to see AI? Shit's. Oh, here's one. Eminem is a sellout. Shared your video. This face right here. That's the guy who calls himself Shapeshift, and he's been blocked from my channel. They keep making these, and they're tagging not just me. They're also tagging Andrew Wolnez's account. And the screenshots don't reflect that, but going straight to it on YouTube, it's pretty easy to find. I'm sorry, my belch just totally tasted like fucking hot dog. Here's one. It says Shapeshift 13. Like I said, see how it's the same face?
Mm-hmm.
And it's tagged to my channel. Um, some of these are some pretty nutty stuff that they send me. Some of these folks pretend to be Christian and start sending a bunch of crazy shit. Like this Luminous 13. You notice how he put 13 to it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Shapeshift 13. They try to leave little tags letting me know which accounts are theirs. And you can see how it's attached here. This Luminous 13 is also attached to this Setu Osiris 5798 account. So basically, they're able to make a whole bunch of accounts and attach them to their accounts and then work together with people. And they get into these videos and start talking about how they just like fucking with me, and also about how I do telekinesis against them. Let's see, if we scroll back far enough, we're gonna go ahead and find the ones that have all that stuff with um, God, what's that dude's name? Andrew Wolnez. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's
You
okay.
see how many names I'm trying to have to
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
just
Mm-hmm.
in the last couple of days?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a fucking shit
I'm
ton.
glad. I'm surprised you can remember all of them because I'm bad with names. I only remember them when
I'm
talking to
horrible
them.
with names. The reason I remember these names is because
Dramatic.
I've had hundreds of people who promised to help me and never fucking did. Promised that if I sent the evidence, they'd help me to turn it in. Promised if I sent the evidence, they'd look at it, and then they get back a hold of me, and everybody's got fucking cancer. Matter of fact, if you look at the list of the stuff that we went over in the very first video, like, you get to go through that list, all of the things that it says that a caregiver might, not do their job because of all of those things. All of
Yeah,
those
those are
things are
excuses you might hear.
those are every single person's excuses. There is not a person that I have encountered through all of this that did not use at least one, if not a combination of all of those. They want to say, oh, well, I'm your friend, Sean. What do you need me to do? Well, my instructions say that I'm supposed to go to a friend or family member right away, and then we're supposed to turn it in together. But now that you're looking at it, are you going to turn it in with me, please? And then there's a situation like what we've got here with it not being safe to even go to the Tillamook Police Department or the Tillamook Sheriff's Department. If that's something that you feel comfortable doing, I really need to get that stuff covered up. I should be safe for the night. I don't think that he's going to literally come over here and actually kill me, but I've also been told that he's got a slingshot with my name on it.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna do that.
I hope not. Well, at least I got verification from you that he's watching my channel, and of course that he's contacting you knowing that you're working with me.
He knows now. He doesn't know what capacity in which I'm working with you on. I wouldn't tell him.
It's not like you can't watch it.
Doesn't matter. It's not coming out of my mouth. It's not his business.
Now, one of the other things, like you were saying about opinions, that's what I'm having to deal with. I got to get past people's opinions. And when people have decided that they want something that they don't want to contribute, it really fucks me over. I have to live on my disability money, and I should be able to go to the fucking cops when this stuff happens. I shouldn't have to be afraid of being assaulted or being arrested for improper use of 911. This is when I was videoing all the different electronic crap that I have because I've got the tablet. It shows the guy who stalked me here from Hood River, and also me going to Tides of Change to try to turn it in. Um, at, During that same exact period of time, I also had to try to turn stuff into Dave Martinez, and I had to try to make a protection order against Molly and get a protection order. You remember Molly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to try to get a protection order against her, and I had to try to get a protection order against
Molly
Jane.
Douglas.
I don't know her last name. The one who was down by Fred Meyer's when I first came to town, when I very first came to town. She was living in the bushes that they cut down right across from where people panhandle. Yeah, she was living in those bushes. Um, but also, this is Skylar Watson.
What does she look like?
She had gray hair that was about this length. She was hanging out with an older feller named Tom. I've got recordings with him too. She was victimizing the shit out of him. She also thought that she was with the CIA and a bunch of other fucking nutty shit like that. She also kept on beating on my vehicle, just like wolnez, and smashing shit on my vehicle.
What?
Yeah.
She what?
Was smashing things on my vehicle, breaking glass
Oh, I thought you
bottles
said
on
she
it.
took a shit on my vehicle.
No, she was smashing shit, smashing things. At least we got that cleared up instead of me making it sound like that old lady squatted and dropped trowel on my hood. Yeah, I'm not trying to say she was indecently exposing herself. I'm not making any false accusations like that. Now, one of the things also is that when these folks want to do this stuff, I'm nice about it to begin with. But Wolnez, by the time he started, I fuck it. Why the hell am I even just talking about this? I can literally show it to you.
Because it helps.
It does. But
it helps from your point of view. It helps you get it off your chest.
Well, more so, I need
And
you
it
to know
helps.
my story, and
Right.
usually I'm stuck doing this over the telephone with somebody who doesn't
You're
understand
stupid.
English language.
Look at this. Redacted.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
I don't know. That's one thing that pisses me off too is that they redacted a lot of stuff, but they left my social security number on it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, really? Like,
All right, so I'm looking for. Um,
if friends will find me.
let's see. You can hear those people out
Oh
there,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. My computer doesn't always pick it up, so um, so here's the here's the
You still hear talking? I hear it in here, but I don't hear it out here.
barely a
It's
little
fucking
bit.
trippy.
I
I hear
think
it in here, but not out here.
well out there's a lot more ambient noise.
Yeah, but I'm like completely silent.
Hmm. Ugh, boogers are gross. All right.
That's true.
That actually happens quite a bit. Usually it's people walking by having
No,
a
it's not.
conversation.
It's people's 2 doors down. They're in their house talking.
Oh,
I can hear them perfectly fine in here, but not out here. I can only hear them again when I get up on the sidewalk.
well, I can't hear them in here now.
Um, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna step across the street over here and try to go to Tiffany real quick.
Well, I guess I can start pulling some of this stuff out and reading a bit of it to you. Like I said, I've been speaking up about people wanting to harm Andrew Wolnez in lieu of turning it in. I've also spoken up about how making false accusations against people can get them harmed. Giving out the wrong or improper information or making the wrong identification can absolutely result in someone being harmed and or killed. So when it comes to Benjamin Fishberg, thinking that doing his job so lazily is acceptable, I'm not stating outright that Benjamin Fishberg specifically made a mistake about this. I'm not saying that it's 100% cut and dry that he made a mistake about this. I've known more than one person who was a long time sex offender on a registry that just never told me. One of those people is Robert Franklin Warnick. I'd heard rumors from people in town, but I definitely lived close enough that legally he should have come and knocked on the door. Somebody should have informed us that there was a registered pedophile in Chapel, Nebraska, only 2 doors down from a house full of kids at my mom's house. That's not counting any children that lived in the other houses. Why weren't we ever informed? Why were me and my siblings never informed that Robert Franklin Warnick was, in fact and indeed, a pedophile until after Robert Warnick had physically assaulted me? That's gross. What is their protocol for protecting pedophiles? Now, the unfortunate thing is there's the evidence of where this situation actually started. It started with a guy named Christian Alexander threatening to kill a bunch of youngins in the Tillamook Sporting Goods parking lot. These youngins are anywhere from probably 16 years of age to 30 at that point in time. Sometimes there were situations where the oldest person may have only been 25. There were also some of the situations when they were down there when some of those youth were really young because it was their younger siblings. And I'm not saying that they didn't target me before that, but before that, they weren't targeting me hardcore. They were just targeting me the way they target homeless people here. And them high schoolers are shitty to the homeless. New homeless people in town get a whole raft of shit, and of course the cops will cover for them. That Ford Focus with a dent in the side of it took part in the harassment on a whole bunch of occasions. Obviously, I'm not trying to get anybody harmed. I'm not trying to get them hurt. I'm trying to get things to be taken care of and responded to properly. I don't actually know what Brian is going to be comfortable with. Also, I don't know how long he's going to be gone. He says he's sober. I even hide my tobacco pipe, which is the reason that I'm digging through the little cigarette butts that I put in my tobacco pipe and just tearing the filter out and trying to smoke them raw. Get a couple of hits and that's it. I suppose I should probably start writing stuff down on flashcards too for when he gets back. That way I got it written down and it's at least slightly organized. There's a possibility that the Sandra Wolnez account was actually created by Andrew Wolnez, but I'm not going to go unblocking the account to go find out. With a lot of these folks, I get that, because of their drug addictions and being called a narc or a snitch, or because some of these people that have harmed me, they may not even like, but it allows them access to the drugs. Like, for example, Natalie Bollinger going back to Tim Beeson. Natalie Bollinger going back to her dad. It's fucking disgusting. Well, not entirely. I didn't put those drugs in her system. I didn't give those drugs to her. I'm not the one that she sold drugs for. Oh, come on. So he said he's going to go talk to Tiffany real quick. I don't know how fast real quick is. I did start my audio recording device. Um, it turned off. The batteries are probably dead. I use it quite a bit. But also, there's some videos that we need to go through and listen to, and I have to cover up everything outside. I'm not going to be able to bring it in. I'm not physically able. So I gotta go put some plastic bags around it. A lot of the stuff that I'm rambling about, rambling, that's the word y'all like to use. It's all stuff that there's evidence of. It's all stuff that can be for surely proven as far as the stuff when I'm out, when I'm not locked up. I can prove that they locked me up on bullshit. problem is getting somebody to look at it and having to also worry that a lot of this stuff, posting it up on the internet, gives out people's personal business. It might give out somebody's phone number. It might give out somebody's address or a social security number, and that just allows predators access to harm people. My channel was made with the intent of showing the truth. Part of that intent was to protect others, help show that the Bollingers were threatening to kill the friends and family of the people who were helping me. There's also a lot of recordings of violations of the protection order and how many there's actually been. Um, I've got the stuff we were talking about, Ernie Chacon, and I got that written down. Um, oh, here's an important piece of mail. I got to show him this as well. Oh, that's not it. Is this it? No. All right, apparently not. This one with Ernie Chacon on it. This is the actual signed piece of paper. This isn't actually a copy of it. And it's got his girlfriend's old phone number. Apparently it doesn't work anymore. It was dated on 9/13/24. And this is also something that I needed to show him. He was saying he knows all these people. There's also the situation that I spoke about with Chad Kephart. Obviously, these are people who existed. With him, I don't got to show him any of the stuff with Ryan Woods. He's aware it was all over the paper here. It was even on the big news in Portland. Oh, for part of it. The Nazarene Church was apparently a week earlier or something like that. I was told that was a safe place for me to put my stuff. And I started pulling my stuff out and putting it in the garage, and then Dora was going through it and pulling out whatever she wanted, and Ryan was going through it and pulling out whatever he wanted. It was fucking nuts. I want to say I had my stuff there maybe 3 days total, and I was like, holy shit, this is the wrong fucking situation. I got my stuff out of there to the best of my ability. Hopefully, it doesn't take Brian too long to get back. I want to say it's been about 20 minutes. So I don't know who's got Ernie Chacon's girlfriend's number now, so I'll make sure I cover it just in case. But it does say Ernie Chacon or Ernesto Chacon. He typed, I, Ernesto Chacon M, have personally seen Andrew Wolnez stalking Mr. Schwartz in his vehicle on more than one occasion. Andrew Wolnez, I know that he is a predator or has like tendencies. He was invading a woman's space named Stormy at Fred Meyer's, Tillamook, Oregon 97141. That's from Ernie Chacon. There's also some in here from, well, there's quite a few of them from other people. They're just spread throughout all of this because different people writing about different situations. I did contact the people and places I was supposed to contact. I got blown off. Nobody bothered to investigate shit. Here's some crap from Marina Spencer. Defense motion to withdraw as counsel. That's the only good thing she did the whole time she was pretending to be my attorney. This one is a grievance and appeal form, which has been completely ignored by the people at TFCC. It's kind of difficult to get them to actually do their job when they know that you've been trying to turn them in since 2022. And when you have to talk to them alone, because whoever it was supposed to go in with you or supposed to make the call with you was a no call, no show. With Brian, it's not like I'm able to call him or he's able to call me. We might be able to work something out, but obviously giving out each other's numbers on the internet. Bonjour.
Hold on.
Is that you, Brian?
Yeah.
All right. I was trying to keep the thing going until you got back. I was just showing the written thing from Ernie. Here we go.
Ernesto.
Yeah. This is one of the TFCC things that I had to send in. They were supposed to have somebody help me to fill this out. They didn't. Mary Lindsay is the name of the woman who wanted to claim that Natalie Bollinger was a delusion and that people harming me over Natalie Bollinger was also a delusion. And this is after when the lady who works at God, what's that called? Sorry, I read
Don't be
part of
sorry.
it and
Don't do it again.
took me off in a ADOS moment, attention deficit overall. Anyway, this is the stuff that the copies are of. I mean, I wrote these things front and back. Um, I've also got. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You said you're sober, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this is the statement that they tried making about the situation with Mossum, and I can also show you the actual recordings I have of that situation as well as Timothy Sadler after the fact. As far as my attorneys go, I have to have somebody call them with me so they don't do their plain stupid thing, so that I can get them to actually send the evidence here. Um, Here's some toilet paper.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Fuck it, I can't reach. I guess I should probably play this for you just so I can show you how the wolnez situation started. It didn't actually start with wolnez. This is from what had happened is them youngins were basically targeting me the way they target homeless people anyway, especially new homeless people. For the most part, I was able to ignore it. And this one, though, Christian was walking up threatening to kill people, which is why I started recording. You all right?
Yep.
You're making some funny noises.
Giggling.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I was thinking.
Sorry, let me start it over. That's why I stay away from people that do drugs for the most part, and people that drink. I said that's why I stay away from people who do drugs for the most part, and people who drink. People who do drugs and people who drink. It's not a matter of judgment, it's a matter of safety. Sorry. I don't really do that. If I do, I'm not fucking right. Well, you do. No, I don't. Like right now, it's not difficult to tell when you're wrong. You need more toilet paper?
No.
Eventually, this will lead to me screaming for help. You're drunk! Look what children buy! It's funny because it's mostly children driving. Thank you. Yeah, come on, I gave him a cigarette. You hear him threatening to kill people? Yeah, so that was a bunch of youngins down there at the Tillamook Sporting Goods parking lot. And after that, they just wouldn't leave me alone. After that, they were driving around my vehicle over and over and over again. They were also watching my YouTube channel. It takes a minute to start the recording, just like earlier. It took me probably a full minute to start the recording. It's the same thing here. I mean, he was walking up to my vehicle screaming that he was going to kill people. You sure you're all right?
Yep. Good.
So that's how it started with the youth targeting me, because Christian came to my car for a cigarette while he was threatening to kill people. And then what happened from there is
I dropped my glasses. Says, no, don't do that. Bad glasses.
all right, so I believe it's this one, and volume's all the way up on it. And we'll go to, in the comments section, 46 minutes 31. Well, there they start with the N-word already. Of course, they're not yelling at me. Of course, they're... I was commenting with people in the live chat at the time. Stand in doorways, don't breathe. That's right, and no cigarettes unless the lights are off. and under the blankets. Let me enter. That's the bullhorn. There's more to it. There's the bullhorn again. And this is all on my YouTube channel where God and anybody can see it. You know, it's pretty late. I'll play you one more. I'll show you how the Andrew Wolnez situation started. The first time I ever met Andrew Wolnez. And mind you, he was screaming at me and threatening to assault me over and over again. So it's not like before I even got the ability to start recording, you know, he was doing that stuff. So that's why I pulled out my phone to actually record it. Let's see. This might be it. Let me see. All right, so here's the first one. Mind you, he's accused me. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. At the very beginning, like I said, he was accusing me of some shit with some little kids and, you know, molesting and killing some girl in Colorado and some other stuff. So he was also claiming that he saw me smoking. All press play, fuck it. So when I started pressing play, he was saying some of the same stuff. I figured I'd just let him run his mouth, but he got hostile. Talking trash. All these little druggies out here do this. Ain't no different. See, they're using my face. Are you able to see it? Okay. Get out of my face. Do not touch you. Do not touch you. Don't ever do not touch you. Do not touch you. You can talk about me. I don't touch that shit. Now back off the line. Do not. Back off. Now, have you ever seen me do drugs?
No.
Have you ever known me to do drugs? I've got dozens of people.
All I've seen you do is smoke weed, and that was one time. You took 2 hits off my pipe, and you said, I don't want to smoke anymore. I got things I have to do, and I really don't know you all that well, and this is making me uncomfortable.
I remember that.
And you said,
the thing with
I don't like you, I don't know you, but I love your dog. I like your dog.
Yes.
When I do you, would you like to have a cigarette? I said, sure. You said, well, you'll have to roll one.
All right, so...
Nope, don't have papers, remember?
This right here...
I got papers.
I've got so many people that have known Andrew Wolnez for years. I know that, you know, he's been into the drug scene. I know that a lot of the homeless people here, he's pissed off at them because they're refusing to share their drugs with him, which that's not my business. That's just their story. But I've also been recording it. Also, all these people say that they're fine with being recorded. Oftentimes, they're actually not. They think, apparently, that I'm joking about recording, much like they think I'm joking about Andrew Wolnez assaulting me. This is the very first time that I met him. I'd only seen him once. He was down there flirting with some girl down at the Tillamook Sporting Goods parking lot. I didn't talk to him. I was down there talking to grown-ass adults. Now, I'm going to pause this also because I was told that when people are doing this to me, because Andrew Wolnez wasn't the first one to do this, I'm supposed to go into the Safeway. I've got recordings with multiple people at the Safeway, including the manager staff, except for Eric, who's a dick.
Oh, boy.
Telling me to go inside of the building when people are doing this and to let the staff know. And then I've got, because of that, recording after recording of the staff members telling me that If it was them he was doing it to, they would have shot him, or telling me that I should taser him, or telling me to shoot him, or telling me all sorts of violent things, but not helping to turn it in. But I have recordings with Angie and with Lori Craig. Both of them had told me to plug into the outlets, had told me to come into the Safeway for my safety, along with a lot of other people that worked there. So when I show you the stuff that Andrew Wolnez was claiming to the Safeway people on the website, you'll also get to see one of the Fred Burner accounts doing the same thing.
Druggy piece of shit. Oh, Jesus goddamn Christ.
So as soon as he was out of the way, see how when he moved out of the way, I went over to where there was a staff member who'd come out. See, I'll hide right here and wait my turn. I'm not looking for any sort of a fight. And there he is claiming he doesn't do drugs, you know.
Of course, this is the life that I get to deal with. People can be bullies, people wouldn't be threatened, people wouldn't be harassed. Me having to be a gentleman.
He just keeps going off. He just won't stop. Saying I'm posting online about a bunch of kids. Well, a bunch of kids? No, a bunch of them are adults. And that's usually the reaction I get. No fighting out there. Yeah, I went to basically a trusted adult, a Safeway worker. I can't run away from wolnez. So I went across the street. And he was. You can hear him through the whole thing.
I don't choose people to bully.
Sorry.
That was a good catch earlier, by the way.
Oh, that was Christine. She caught the kid trying to run out in the road.
Now, of course, I could go over there and start trouble with him.
Oh, at 2:35, he calls me a pedophile. You hear that?
So what do I do? I make
I'll
sure
try
I
it again.
record it. You just can't do it.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. I make sure I record
All right. So then there's more video links to the assault.
They generally throw tantrums like children.
There's also, let me see what the hell's going on with the comments there. It says 5 comments, but it's only showing 4 of them. Okay, so in this very same video, you see that I left at like 14 minutes into it. He's across the street staring at me. See, I don't use nice words. See, that's my bag of cans. He's staring me down. I notice I set it down and continue on my way, but he's already across the road. And there he just keeps on hitting me. You'll see the view change like 4 times in 2 seconds. You see that? Mm-hmm. It's because he kept on fucking punching my phone too. So I didn't know his name at that point. The way that I found out his name is that, and it might actually be in this very video, he went into the library. He got on the library computer, got onto his YouTube account, and started typing at me, accusing me all sorts of shit. So I took screenshots of him typing at me. That's how I found out what his name was, like in very short order. Now, he was calling me a pedophile. He'd physically assaulted me. He actually, while he was doing that, he'd actually assaulted me, walked away, and then come back to assault me again. He also wanted to tell me to give him my phone, but that's not going to happen. And that's the first and second situation. Then if you look at the third assault, the very same day, he's literally accusing me of killing a little girl in Colorado. He didn't like being called a pedophile back. He was definitely having a bad fucking day. But see, right after this situation, right after I found out what his name was, David and Jennifer walked by. You know David and Jennifer, right? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You know David and Jennifer,
I
right?
do very well.
Okay, so David and Jennifer, the very first day that I met Andrew Wolnez, they were walking by, and I was asking them about it. I'm like, there's this guy named Andrew Wolnez. Apparently, he thinks that I killed Natalie Bollinger. You guys are aware that that's bullshit. Like, this dude's fucking threatening to kill me. They wanted to offer to beat his ass. They also wanted to tell me that he was a pedophile, which, you know, he didn't have any evidence that I'm a pedophile because I'm not. You just read my entire arrest record. There are no crimes against children in there. Um, but then he didn't like being called a pedophile back. I didn't start off calling him a pedophile. I called him a predator. I called him a predator because he assaulted me. He tried claiming that I killed a little girl in Colorado, tried to claim that I was a pedophile, physically assaulted me over this stuff. And then he wants to go, oh, well, he's recording, he's recording. No, dude, there's a safety issue there, obviously. You know, this isn't a situation where I asked for Christian Alexander to walk up to my vehicle. It's not a situation where I asked for them youngins to be little Nazi shits. Just saying. But also, this is one of the ones where most of the time if somebody assaults me, they only do it once. I don't find out what their name is. I can't turn that in. Nobody's going to give a shit. If I got their name, that's a different story. So, with Andrew Wolnez's name and him calling me a pedophile and telling people that I'm a chimo, well, I made a video and was trying to find information about where exactly did I touch Andrew Wolnez. I don't remember being in Oregon when I was a child. Like, if he's going to accuse me of being a pedophile, who's he accusing me of touching? He wants to claim that I raped my little sister, wants to claim that I raped Natalie Bollinger, wants to claim that I killed Natalie Bollinger, and there's video after video of that, and I'm going to be showing you them too. But this is obviously the first one. There's also, let's keep doing that. Um, Andrew Wolnez Assault 3. It actually comes across as Andrew Wolnez Third Assault. And the original name for this, because it was right after I found out Andrew Wolnez's name, the original name for the video was Show Us on the Pegasus Where the Bad Sean Touched You. See? Now, if we go down here, I was speaking about the situation. I'd just gotten done talking to David and Jennifer, and Andrew Wolnez had been getting on my channel to harass me, and it's 7 minutes and 10 seconds into it. You ready? All right. Oh, come on. There it goes. Notice I said predator, not pedophile. He's in my car. He didn't like it back. He's claiming I'm wanted for murder. So obviously, from day one, it was about Natalie Bollinger. Day one, it was about some fucking rumor that he had heard, and I can show you what rumor he'd heard too. Because you remember that thing I was showing you, Murder on the 21st, about Natalie Bollinger? Yeah, nodding your head. Yes, yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah, I heard.
So yeah, this is stuff that obviously I wasn't coming to Tillamook to fuck people's little kids. I wasn't coming here to Tillamook to try to destroy people's lives.
Damn it, then why'd you come here then? Damn. Really? Some people are ridiculous.
Just wait
Come
till
on.
I show you the stuff with James Murphy. See, James Murphy, he started his career with me in Hood River,
People just
and
don't know how to fucking
multiple of his
behave.
victims came up to me and told me what he was doing. Um, so I I don't know who to turn this into. Obviously, the safety issues with turning it into the police.
U.S. Marshals.
Mm, not their jurisdiction.
But they investigate those officers.
I've called them. They said that they protect judges and they drive people. Basically, they're the taxi service for interstate travel when it comes to convicted felons who are fleeing. Basically, if I had been a sex offender or a murderer who was wanted in Colorado, they'd be the guys who'd pick me up at the jail here and
The
drive
way
me to
that I see
Colorado.
it is that multiple jurisdictions and that fucking A&E and that woman. I want to hear what that lady had to say about you.
Yeah.
Her mom.
Yep.
Because that is what lit the candle and threw the gasoline on it.
You know how I do this to show respect? Yeah, she tried pretending that when my car was stuck outside of her house because it was broken, when I was going to explain to Natalie about that broken phone, she tried claiming I went like this. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? That is some schizo bullshit. And actually, we can write that down on a card here and we can get started on that tomorrow. The people that I'm supposed to contact about the other stuff that I was showing you in those other states, they do need to know about these situations because these are obviously is a direct result of the abuse in Nebraska and Colorado. And we can try calling Adult Protective Services together. Um, and there's also several other agencies that I've set up calls with before, but I've had like 8 or 9 people cancel on the day that it's time to actually keep their word. Um, like Pun and Tiffany.
That's jumping straight to the bottom of the barrel there.
Clear Jordan did the same thing. Most of these people do exactly the same thing. Pun and Tiffany were going to help me turn this stuff in 2023 when it got really serious, and it's been that long that I've been waiting. And I do try to make sure that they get food. Ashley. Hold on, I know her last name. Um, it's a Germanic name. She was married to. Oh my God. And all these people are fine
Yes.
with being recorded. They're all fine with being on my channel. They're all fine with that stuff. And then, like, when I need to remember their names, I fucking can't. Jeff, Ashley, and Jeff. Ashley was going to help me to turn this stuff in and was going to look at the Natalie Bollinger situation and look at my evidence because obviously what they're saying doesn't fit my evidence. And then later on, after she'd run off with my money and didn't come back, which common thing, I was very unhappy about it. She was actually the one who had first come and let me know that Wolnez was running around trying to get homeless people to beat me up, telling them that I was a child molester and a rapist and a murderer, and she actually stuck up for me. And so did Jeff and Nick, Nick Geffrey.
Unfortunately, I did 30 years in jail for him.
He almost got into a fight with Andrew Wolnez over Wolnez threatening to harm them if they didn't fucking assault me. Apparently, there was quite a few of them there. Then there's um, Gabby. She's a witness to some of these situations.
Gabby.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's my her mom. Well, her boyfriend's mom is my friend. She's
And
who I was doing laundry with. I was helping with laundry.
Colby Prolivka.
Yeah, Clay Plivky was your guy.
Yeah, I actually have a video of him assaulting me, but that's
I
because
bet he did.
his girlfriend got the wrong idea about. She didn't have the wrong idea, but he got the wrong idea because she asked if I was recording them, which I wasn't. I was recording just in case of wolnez again. In this one, the first one, uh, the first one is one of those situations where the police would have said, "Oh well, we didn't see the beginning, so we don't know how it started." Now
Doesn't
this
matter
one
how
right
it
here,
started.
the third assault, is the one where he obviously approaches me at my vehicle. I mean, we're already, almost 8 minutes into it. When he comes to my vehicle, kicks my vehicle, vandalizes my vehicle, is yelling at me and screaming at me and getting into my vehicle and accusing me of murder. And as he's walking away, claims that I killed a little girl in Colorado and says, and look it up. Like, it is obvious that from day one, when Andrew first started his shit, it was 100% over the crap that was coming out on the internet. Nobody cares. He pretends that I'm the one stalking him. He pretends I'm the one chasing him down, that I'm the one assaulting him, that, all of this is because he's some poor innocent victim. Now, I also have messages in that other phone from Whitney, his daughter. I've got stuff in there from Mona. I've got written statements from Mona. I've got written statements from, uh, well, you got to see the one from Ernie Chacon. You got to see the one from Caitlin Tatum. There's a lot more. A lot of the people who, you know, people say, yeah, none of those people are going to, break off the wind that way. They're all drug addicts. They're all dependent on the same fucking suppliers. They're not going to go stepping on each other's toes because it'll cut them off from their supply. But the thing is that this is a situation where Andrew Wolnez's fucked up bullshit is not just fucking with
Understatement.
me, it's also fucking with their drug supply. So, it's not like they're thinking too straight on that,
No,
but
they're not.
there's a lot of people who were aware that I was recording and they were honest about their drug use. They were honest about, well, a lot of different things. Now that it's illegal for them to do those drugs anymore, it's a different story, and a lot of them don't want to admit those things. I understand why. Back then, they weren't in any danger of getting in trouble, and now they are. But, obviously, with having to deal with a bunch of people who are drug addicts and drug dealers and the physical assaults, um, I showed you part of 3 of those videos. I don't expect you to watch the whole things, and there's a lot more of them. But the thing I'm thinking about tonight is getting my stuff covered up. Are you going to be able to come back tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right.
Tomorrow Sunday.
Do you know what time?
No. Um, when I get up,
Yes, sir.
um, tomorrow, I don't know if I watched the lady or not. I'll check, find out,
All right.
and I'll stop back by and let you know.
I'll.
No, I have your number.
You do have my number. Did
I
you
can
give it?
call you.
Were you able to get Tiffany and get my
No,
number to
she
her?
drove by.
Hmm. All right. Yeah. There's also Mike Haynes. He's the other one that I gave a phone to. I've got recordings with all of them where they were recorded and did agree.
Hey, I felt bad.
I'm used to people not coming through. Tomorrow when you get here, if you're able to get here early enough in the morning, we can go to Fred Meyer's and get that telephone.
Yeah, I can be here.
Yes, sir. Also, I know you said you had a home phone or a landline or
Yeah,
whatever. So if you write your number down, I can call.
I don't know it.
Who's that just yelling?
I don't know. But the noise is not coming from up front. It's weird how the sound.
It
It's the
echoes
bushes
weird
in this
back here.
house. It makes it sound like it's right here, but it's actually nowhere near here.
Yeah. Have you ever been in the rubber room at the hospital here?
Yeah.
Yeah. You notice how when you go into the rubber room, you can actually hear the people that are at the desk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you step out onto the carpet, you can't
Shit.
hear them anymore. Yeah. That rubber's real good for bouncing the signal. Um, anyway, I was going to see if maybe we could cover that stuff up, and I think we're quitting here shortly enough that there's still $20 left
Do you
over to
have
start the morning on.
Do you have paperwork that I can take home and read?
I do, but the situation with Wolnez, I have to be real paranoid about that.
Fine.
Um,
Don't be paranoid. I'm not worried about him.
well, this is a stack of the papers that's supposed to go to my attorney. If I get one, in order to get one, I have to have a friend or family member help.
Oh, there we go.
There's stuff in here. Anything with 277 on the bottom is Taylor. I had 3 copies of the stuff made, so I will give you all 3 of these. Just make sure that you bring them back with you tomorrow. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have something to carry them in?
Yeah, I got a backpack.
All right. Also, obviously, Wolnez is going to know that you have these.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid, Brian.
There should be a copy or 2 of the protection order, as well as the letter from the sheriff's department stating that they had delivered it.
And like they told me, a restraining order is only as good as the paper that's written on.
Yeah, no, that's pretty close to what I had to
cannot
say
believe the
about
cops
it.
told me that.
A protection order is just a piece
Oh
of
my
paper.
God, really?
It's true. It's just a piece of paper. I have a protection order against Andrew Wolnez. It does no
I
good.
can't believe that this pocket's been opened.
Also, I don't have any cigarettes, so I'm gonna, as soon as you're done helping me wrap that stuff
Do you want
up.
me to ride down and get you some?
Sure. It's midnight.
I don't care.
All right. Literally all I have are hundreds.
Okay. I'll bring your money back to you, buddy.
If you can walk with me to the ATM, I can pull out smaller bills. All right, internet. Yes, I'm trusting this man with $100.
Yep.
Don't do that. He's gonna spend it on crack. Well, if he spends it on crack, it's $100 well lost.
Yeah, that would be a loss.
All right.
What's her
Also,
name? Whitney Houston. I ain't no Whitney Houston. Crack is whack.
there you go. If you can get 2 packs for that, you can go ahead and keep one. It's better than smoking out of that fucking tobacco pipe. Jesus, that thing makes me fucking cough. Holy hell. I keep telling myself to go get some papers because I got a whole thing of rolling tobacco, but I can't find the thing of rolling tobacco, and I always forget to get rolling papers. And of course, if you look over here, this person calling himself Matthew King, kind of like the other one that was what was it, Acton King 666.
Yeah.
They try to keep those keywords in there to let you know that it's them. This guy typed, "Hey, look, there's Harry and Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber," and he also typed, "It's nice."
Talking about us?
Yeah.
Oh.
He also typed, "It's nice that Lenny Schwartz has his meth head version friend of George with him."
Oh, wow. I don't do meth.
What's
I don't
2
do
plus
anything.
2? I said, what's 2 plus 2?
19, right? Opinions like assholes. Everybody has one. And it's just as, I'm sorry, I would say they're asshole, but an asshole serves a purpose, and they don't. If all they do is go online and talk hatred shit about people they know nothing about, they have a boring, dumb life, and I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, I think it sucks that this is what I got to do to try to get help, because if I don't, then I get treated like it never happened.
People are fucking stupid. The fact that they would even come online and make any comment like that about you or me without knowing anything about you or me. They can suck my dog's asshole. I'm sure they probably already have.
See, he retracted the message. So
yeah,
now
retract it, buddy.
I would take a screenshot of that, and I'm definitely going to block his account. But, like I said, I block these every day. Let's see. See right here where it says hide user on this channel. So he can't comment anymore. But I can't do that to Andrew Wolnez in real life.
In real life.
All right. Now, you're not going to show that to anybody else, right?
No.
All right.
No one's business, bro.
I'm sick of giving stuff to people and sending stuff to people and then having it end up in a Natalie Bollinger group somewhere, and people are sending me screenshots of a tiny part of it. So, obviously, me being afraid of that situation.
It's just fucking rude to people, bro.
Yeah. But it's also something that I'm, what's the word that I'm supposed to use? Apprehensive of people doing so.
Yeah. Well, people are just not, they're not civil. They're not human. They're not humane. They're barbaric and trash. They're useless. They're just nothing but a meat suit and a waste of oxygen. And that's sad.
Thank goodness for dogs.
Yeah.
I like your dog, by the way. Did I ever tell you I like your dog?
Yep. I invited you to me. That's okay. I agree. Where the fuck did it go?
Well, it's different hearing me talk about it than it is actually seeing it. Am I wrong?
Yeah. You want to see my coin purse? Oh, that sounds wrong. Okay.
Is this something where you're trying to like goat me to make a bad joke or a wrong joke?
Purse.
I think you're out to get me.
Look at this. Maybe.
It slides.
Nope.
It don't?
No.
It don't. That would carry like a coin.
Yeah. It's a German silver, circa 1930. Coin purse.
Cute.
When I got it, it was black. And that's been all hand rubbed clean. With my thumbs. Look.
And then you put it in my nasty fingers.
I said it was cleaned. I didn't say it was sanitized. Nor does it matter.
Now that I remembered that Mary's last name is Lindsay, I'm going to start showing you that stuff too. But I'll probably try to get some sleep. When I wake up, I'll start filling out some cards. I'll probably listen to the videos that we made tonight so that I can remember what it is that I was talking about that needed to be put down on the cards. And then we got I don't know who to turn that violation into. I really don't.
So here's what they do. You have to contact the agency in which the crime was committed in, or the violation was committed in. Would that be the same police? That being said, um, I don't know who's working. I think it's Sadler.
Shit.
I get along with Sadler.
Well,
I get along with all of them.
he's the one who arrested me for Mossum coming at me with the pipe. He was there for the Molly situation and refused to investigate or talk to any witnesses. The same thing with the situation with multiple assaults by Wolnez. There's also the situation with Tyler Crabtree, which he actually
That's a piece of shit there. Oh
he
my
did
God.
talk to Tyler Crabtree, and Tyler knocked his shit off. And then his friend Austin was there that day
You
too.
go around and spread all kinds of rumors around about me.
Yeah, I got to hear all sorts of rumors about you too. I got to hear about how you're gay, and then I got to hear about how you're just faking being gay. I'm like, I don't
I never
fucking
said I was
care.
gay.
I don't care about anybody's sexual
I
orientation
never said anything
as long
about
as they're
that.
not
Then.
after
You've
kids.
never heard me say I was gay. I'm not happy. I'm content. I'm definitely not happy. Homosexual? No. I don't like men or women.
Me either. I like dogs.
I'm definitely not sexually attracted to either one of them either.
I am not sexually attracted to people or dogs.
I got, no, me either. And I got 2 kids. So I've done my fucking thing.
I don't have any kids because I didn't get all drunk and fucked up. And
Make a mistake.
I thought that I was doing the right thing by not doing retarded shit. But then it turns out I didn't fit in because I didn't do that retarded shit. I don't fit in with the homeless people here because I don't do the right drugs. I don't fit in with the people in houses here because I don't do the right drugs.
Just the middle of life.
Anyway, hopefully you don't get fucked with too much. I got more of the stuff with Scott Brown. I'll play the actual recordings that I have of it.
Back.
And I also, don't be harming anybody on my behalf, but I'm not going to tell you not to defend yourself.
I'm just saying, I'm not taking care of myself.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't necessarily mean I need to fight anybody either.
Well, in all the assaults by Andrew Wolnez, you can see I never once throw a punch. I never once approach him. Same thing with the Chris Stafford thing. Oh, what'd I tell you? Fred Burner account. Fred Burner, Ted Turner, Ted Burner. Yep. That one's associated specifically with Ted Bollinger, which is gracious.
Why would these people be harassing you even though they found the person that did the hit on the lady?
Because of those Natalie Bollinger sites, because of the lies that these people told and the way that they were able to keep all of the evidence.
They still know that the real person did it. What's your involvement now?
My involvement wasn't.
No, I mean, what do they think their involvement is now? If they can't, you're not the one that killed her. They found that person, found him guilty.
It's because I told on Ted Bollinger for fucking being a goddamn pedophile.
Okay.
And not just that, he was also beating his wives. Wow. But the thing is that before Natalie was killed, her friends, her druggy friends, were stalking me in Boulder, Colorado. I drove 1,700 miles to get away from Natalie and her family and went home to Boulder. And then, of course, my first day home in Boulder, I got assaulted. So I had to fucking leave there and go to Chapel, Nebraska, a racist redneck shitbrick town. Jesus, that place fucking sucks.
What kind of cigarettes do you smoke?
I smoke whatever's cheapest, full flavor 100s.
Yeah, I like 100s too, because there's more cigarette.
Anyway, I'm going to take a picture of this because this person calling himself Fred Burner is still typing. And this guy's been making accounts for probably 9 years now.
Wow, these people have nothing to do with their time.
They don't. Well, when I show you how they treated this shit in court, no, looks like you retracted the message. But I'm used to deleting his accounts. It says hide user on this channel, and boom, there it goes. Oh, I wasn't trying to start a recording, but fuck it. I got 14 seconds of recording now. Some of my recordings are split up between this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing. So trying to put it all in order properly takes some time. Also, um, I should probably grab a flashlight now that you're almost packed up and ready. That way we can get that stuff tied down real quick in case of weather. Also, that stack that you've got has a lot of really important personal information and not just mine.
Yeah.
But it also details who did what, when, and where, who is being assaulted, who is being threatened, who is bullying who, what lies they were telling. It's got stuff in there with Paul William Duncan III. There's also some stuff with Neil Duncan. There's quite a few people in the jail that were actually threatening to kill me over Natalie Bollinger.
Well,
With Andrew Wolnez running around
3,700 miles
people.
away, 2,700 miles away, to a place they've never even been to, or even heard of, or could even pinpoint it on a map. They're concerned about that bad. That's how low life they are. It's pathetic.
Oh, it's even more pathetic as the police still continuing to pretend that these are delusions.
They're incompetent.
It's not incompetence when they do it on purpose.
No, I'm saying they are incompetent, period. At life. They have failed life. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a lazy shit. Ugh. Oh, if this isn't the bridge too far, when you go to get the cigarette, is there any way you can grab a gallon of milk and some instant coffee? All right. I'm sorry for instant coffee.
Instant.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, look, I got this.
All right. Yeah, make sure you keep the walkway open so people who live here can get through the garage. Yes, sir. A lot of the issues I had at the very beginning just wanted to just assume the issues would stay them all the way through. At the very beginning, I didn't know how to even take screenshots. Teach me how to make screenshots instead of teaching me how to take screenshots. They were wasting my time, wasting my money, having a bunch of useless trips for absolutely nothing. Oh God, my fucking mouth sucks. Sorry about that. I'm just glad I didn't run into you. So if you get a
gallon milk?
Yes, sir. Whole milk.
Yes. Oh, really? I thought you were sissified like that 1% negative milk.
It is negative milk.
I know. All it is.
But I am sissified. I'm not sure if you notice. I walk with a cane and I ask people for help instead of just manning up.
Oh, fuck that. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, bro. Hey, back. Right.
All right. I think we're concluded for his part for the evening. Except for bring me some milk and some instant coffee and some tobaccos, and it's worth paying somebody to do that because the safety issues and safety risks. Um, Obviously, I don't know when these people are out and about. I try to go out when there's going to be plenty of people to see if somebody tries to do something stupid, or when it's raining. When it's raining, I know I don't have to worry about most of these folks because they can't handle the rain. Apparently, they think they'll melt or something. That's a joke for those of you who want to pretend everything I say is a schizophrenic delusion.